Hi everyone. Today I want to show you how to make these flowers. These were made using the 18 or 16 gauge wire, and this is a 6-petal one, and this is a 5-petal one. And then I'm sorry, these were made using the nylon ones, the nylon thread, like the fishing thread. And then these were made using the 18 gauge wire. These are the 6-petal ones, and these are the 5-petal ones. I got the inspiration when I went over to Wild Orchid Crafts website, and I was looking at embellishment, and I came across the bead flowers, and theirs are double layered. It seemed like they had 2 layers of beads on top of each other, which, similar, I guess, something like that. I haven't yet learned how to make that. I haven't played around with that idea, but thought I'd make single layer ones, and if I wanted to double layer them, I can just put them together on top of one another. Well, anyway, let's get started. Oh, and then I made these colorful ones too. These were just like round beads. I believe they're like 4mm or 5mm beads. These are the colorful ones that I made. These would make really nice embellishments using them as is, or you can take handmade flower and you can put one of these on top of it, or a fabric flower of that. Okay, let's get started. So what you need are 4mm beads, and I believe these are, I want to say 1mm. So what you're going to start with is the 4mm bead. Oh, and then you also need some hex beads. Okay, so we'll start with the 4mm bead. So you string one of that, and then 8 of the hex beads. 1, 2. These are really tedious to make because they're so tiny. It's hard to get a good grip on them. 4. Sometimes you get lucky and pick up a few in a row, and you can string them through all at once. 7, 8, and then another 4, then another 4mm bead, and then string another set of hex beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what I'm showing you is using the nylon thread, and you need about 15 to 20 inches in length of the thread so that you have enough to string it and tie them all together. And then what you do is take your end where you string the bead through and run it through the first 4mm bead and making them crisscross like an X, kind of like something like this. I don't know if you can see that. Like that. And then you just tighten it up a little. And then what you need is another 1mm bead, string it through, and then you go through the same process. That, then another 4mm bead, and then your hex beads, another set of 8. I'm going to do 2 petals for now, and then come back and show you how to put the flower together. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then another 4mm bead, more hex beads, which is a set of 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what you do is, that was our first petal. Be sure to leave enough room at the end so that you can tie the flower together, or put the flower together. Then what you do is come around and kind of twist the petal. Okay, hope you can see that. And then come around again and run the threading end through the 4mm bead, and then you just pull it all together. Don't worry about it getting loose and stuff, because you eventually tighten it up at the end once all the petals are together. Okay, so let me show you how to put them all together. And for the sake of the tutorial, I have one here. This is a 5-petal flower. Then what you do is, this is your threading end. So what you do is, after you run the thread over the middle bead, what you need is to insert another 1mm bead, and then run the other end of the thread through the 1mm bead so that both of them, both ends meet at the same point. do is just hold that end so that it doesn't come off, and then what you do is take your threading end and run this end through all the round beads, the 4mm ones and the 1mm ones. It's best, I guess this method is best using a flexible thread. I'm not sure how well it'll work with the wired one. The method I use on the wired one is different from this one. When I said this is a tedious method, or doing this is tedious because they're so tiny. Even if it gets loose, it's okay. You'll end up tying everything together anyway. This one's being stubborn. Make sure that when you tie it, when you get this all the way around, that you meet at the same point as the other end of the thread, because that is the end where you will tie a knot and secure everything together. Okay, we're at the end. This is what I mean about both ends meeting at the same end. So what you do is just tighten everything up. Make sure everything's tightened up, and then you tie a knot. Sorry. This is my first Audible YouTube video and tutorial, so I'm not used to this. I was a little apprehensive about doing this, but I thought I'd, start doing it. And I hope you will like the tutorial. Please comment and subscribe if you like what you see. And then you just snip off the excess. Make sure to tie 2 knots and tie it up really well so that it doesn't come off. And then, you end up with a flower. Just kind of, wiggle it around so that you can play around with it, so that you can make the flower flat, and you end up with something like that. Alright, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.